And look at how they're doing the dike heads now, or the bulkheads there. In that system there, which I'm looking, and I wouldn't doubt it if it's maybe already being worked in the upper levels, rock picking. They pick out the rocks that they can pick. And if you look at the strength in that wire, because I'd say that's 1 foot increments against whatever, 2 inch or something. I can see how those guys can flex those a little bit, pull out a wire, flex them back. So if you have something like that, just watch that. You know, if you did something like this, paint it white, paint it a color where it makes it a little bit harder work for them. Look at even right here where it's just even been picked out at that corner right here. Somebody coming and sitting here and they're picking out the rocks and they're dropping them, doing whatever they're doing while the kids are running around, you know, playing in here, mucking around and whatever. See how you don't see much of a trail system through there? That means they feel very comfortable in this area to not necessarily have that as being their big walkway to say get from that area over here to come over here. Remember, they want to go to all these trees here at different times. They want to go in all the fields at different times. They are, in some respects, workaholics. They train their young to work. We see these arches and different things like that. Arches represent quickness to get out of the way. It represents exercise. It represents getting to the other side lessly detected. It represents maybe a pathway in a way, because usually an arch is trying to reach over one of the human pathways. So arches aren't like the Holy Cross to me. They're just one of the things that these guys like to have around. It represents something, but I've seen it when they have lots of kids around and such. And to me, it's part of the gymnastics. Part of it is one of the heaviest things I get. So they got to be working out. Like you think about it, the old guys probably don't climb trees anymore. And the young guys do all the tree climbing and stuff. You know, if you all of a sudden seen all your pigeons up there, and all of a sudden they just went into a flock mode and they went, and they flew over to the base of that mountain over there, and just hung out in the same tree or right at the ground there or something like that, and they were all going in a frenzy and stuff, that would totally be grabbing my curiosity. Look at the thickness of these babies, these trees right here, eh? Like the thickness of the base of it, the trunk, and the thickness of all the branch. They, you know, so many trees that you see that just look kind of like that size, that amount of growth and all that kind of stuff, all freshly pruned this year, and every guy's regretting it. They're looking at it and thinking, oh, I'm going to have to prune those things in just 2 years. The guys who like to keep them tidier. A lot of farmers don't necessarily want all those branches because then the birds hang around a lot and the noises hang around a lot. Peace out, Tinman.